right? Bam. American Black, right? Black American. We are going to do a guide for Black Americans today. All the Black Americans, get rid of your other costumes. Erron Black only has one costume, and it is American. And he has a Bloodborne hat. So I was like, yeah, I'm all over that shit. This is the Erron Black 10-minute guide. Let's get started. We actually might keep this one at 10 minutes. There's not a whole lot to him. He's very straightforward, very simple, very easy, and like everybody fucking plays this dumb shit, right? Everybody loves this dumbass character. So why would you pick this character? Because you are a cowboy, baby, with the top left back and the sunshine shining. That's it. People play Erron Black for aesthetics, right? He doesn't really function. He functions unique. He does different stuff, but what he does isn't that much different from other characters. So the only reason why you'd pick this character is because you want to be a cowboy, right? Now, his play style is, for the most part, set play. He's kind of like a pressure, in-your-face, strike throw, set play monster. The idea is he gets the slime out, and now you're scared, right? And then he baits mistakes and reactions out of you because you don't want to take the damage while you're standing on the dot. That's Erron Black, is get the dot out, scare the shit out of them, have a setup to loop them back into the dot again, and just do that over and over and over, and it's pretty simple. All of his tools kind of go back and forth into that, all right? So his best build right now, we have Acid Pour, Scud Shot, and Locked and Loaded. Acid Pour is just a basic catch-all fucking special move. It hits him with that, right? You can amplify it, and he pours shit on their head. The idea behind this is, first of all, if you can get the Acid Pour while they have the slime on them, you get the Crush and Blow. All right, that's kind of cool. But this also breaks armor. So anytime you do something that launches them, right, you can go right into that, catch them, unbreakable, guaranteed damage, easy peasy. You can also throw this together with your pokes because it is -9, but it has a lot of pushback. So you'll see people do shit like this, right? And at -9, not a whole lot Sub-Zero's going to do at that range, right? So you can do this, and like, or you can do this, right? It just keeps things safe, and it pushes them back. So at any moment, you just, whatever you're doing, cancel into this, and you'll be fine. Like, there's literally no downside to just canceling into this almost every time. All right? Next move is Scud Shot. This is like the bread and butter of Erron Black, right? You hold it, then down 3, you hold it, he does that. You can amplify it to shoot one bullet. But the important thing about Scud Shot is the gimmicks and the anti-zoning. Erron Black is going to get zoned. So when you're full screen and they're throwing shit, you can shoot the projectile. It will go through the projectile and hit them. It costs a bar, but Erron Black doesn't really use bar for a lot of other things. This is going to be one of the things you really do it for. Now, one of the gimmicks with Erron Black is like this, right? That's kind of what people used it for before, right? To cancel into Scud Shot, to keep your strings that aren't safe. But we have the fucking Acid Pour for that. So for the most part, Scud Shot is going to be used as like a gimmick, right? You can sit there and do this, right? And then go into it again. That's a gimmick. It's not real. You can interrupt that, right? You can punish it, but you can do stuff like that if you want with Scud Shot. But for the most part, this is going to be your answer for zoning. Now, Locked and Loaded, it just gives you a lot of utility. There's a lot of shit he can do off of this. I'm not going to go into every single move off of it. Just note, right? So when you do a string, right, and you go into Locked and Loaded, and you can sit there and cancel it. Actually, because we have this move equipped, we can actually go into the Acid Pour off of it. That's one of the variation-specific things. But the important moves, right, off of this are 2, this launches, right? 1 gives you the shot. You can duck down and shoot, right? He's got 3, which is an overhead. You hold up and L2, he can put the gun back. So a lot of times your combos are like get the gun out, put the gun back, launch him in the air, that sort of thing. And then he does have the drop down shot, right? You can drop down with down and 2 to get that shot. And then he can also amplify that. And then he has another shot, which is down in 3. So you got 3 for the overhead, and then you have another overhead. So it allows you to get more combos, right? And then you can load up bullets with some. The maximum has 8 bullets. When he runs out of bullets, this move gives you a crushing blow. So the idea is you usually spend all your bullets as soon as you get them, so that way you're loaded up with a big-ass combo, right? The fucking Gun Stance 2 gives you a crushing blow launcher. So usually you get rid of your bullets as quick as possible so you can load that thing up. But you can put bullets back into your gun as well. That's the build that we've got. Those are the moves that we've got. His other special moves, right, are going to be the spit. He throws on the ground. You can throw it close, medium, and far. Hold up. Right. Can he do far? No, just close and medium. Close and medium. And then he's got the slide. Don't do this move. Be careful with that. And pretty much 90% of Erron Black players think that this is how you play Erron Black, right? You do this, and then you do this, and then you do that, and then you do that, and then you do that, right? And then you do that. Don't do that shit. That's a bad idea. I'm not even going to explain why that's a bad idea. I'm just going to tell you not to do it, and then you're going to go out and do it anyways, and then you're going to die, and then you're going to come back to this video, and you're going to say, oh, shit, he told me not to do that shit. Don't do that shit, right? Don't. Ignore that dumbass shit. But slide is a decent combo ender. Let me turn off blocking, right? Or auto. No, off, right? Slide, you can amplify it, get a slime out, and that's the key, right? That's the key. Thank you for the follow. That's the key with Erron Black is, like, do something, right? Into the slide, right? That sort of thing. That's where the set play comes into. Get the slime out. Anytime you hit somebody, hit confirm into slide, amplify for the acid, and then set them up to hit them while they're standing on the acid. Basic bitch shit, right? Important moves. He doesn't have many, but we're going to cover them. First important move is the overhead. Okay, it's relatively safe. It actually is one of the special moves with the amplifier. Right? So if you do forward 4, oh, where is it? If you do forward 4, you can amplify it for an extra shot, right? You can do that. And can only be amplified on a block or a miss, right? So the idea is you do forward 4, you know, it blocks or it's missed. They want to press afterwards because forward 4, -8, so it's not your turn anymore. So you would throw that amplify in there to throw in another shot to stop them from getting another turn. This does get a crushing blow if you hit 2 in a row. But generally speaking, it's just an advancing overhead to fish for damage, right? If they're blocking low in the mid-range, which they're, you know, he does slides and shit. There's a lot of reasons to block low. You would want to throw that out there as kind of a check to be like, hey, man, remember I have this. And then once you get it out, now the game begins of the setup of, am I going to do it again and get this crush, or am I going to do something else? Usually strike throw, like, is what you would do because it's safer. And then eventually you condition them to take the fucking crushing blow. Next most important move. This is like the one you see from everybody. Is back 2. Okay, back 2 has 2 follow-ups. First of all, back 2's frame data. It is an 11 frame mid, which makes it just good. Okay, don't ask why that's good. It's just good. He's got 2 follow-ups on it, right? You got back 2, 2, 2. This is like special move cancelable, right? But it's death on block, and it's a dial-in string, so be careful. -15. You will get punished, right? The other one he's got is back 2, up 4. Right? There's not much you can do with this one. You can slide. It's special cancelable. Depending on the build, there's other things you can do. But for the most part, like, it's just a safer option off of your back 2. It's -5, ends with a mid. So if you want to be safe, you can do back 2, up 4 instead of back 2, 2, 2. Keep yourself safe. There's other utility with it, but yeah. Back 2, you just, for the most part, want to stagger a lot of just back 2 by itself. It is -10, which makes it on the edge of punishable, but you're never going to get punished because it's a dial-in string, and it's kind of hard to react to whether or not that second hit or third hit's going to come out. And if you're wrong, you're going to get hurt. So, like, people will only punish a staggered back two on a hard read. So condition them to not get that hard read. Next most important move is what my community thinks is his most important move, which is forward 2. This shit is really good, right? So if you look at forward 2, 15 frame startup mid, right? But it's +8 and -3. So at any point while you're playing the neutral, you can just be like, yeah, fuck you, right? And then if you want, you can even go hunga bunga with it. For the most part, you can do this. And that's just safe and guaranteed if it hits every time, right? But you're playing in the neutral, you're using that to get in, and then you can go for that. It's just an advancing mid. For the range that it's at is actually pretty fast, and it's just a decent mid to have in his toolkit. All right, so the next most important move is going to be 2-1. This is his primary stagger and his primary auto shimmy. He has a follow-up of 2-1-2-1-2. Ends with an overhead. It's a dial-in, so you can cancel into a special move at any time, right? Hit confirm. Now the overhead, the final hit of the overhead, -7 on block, but there's enough pushback to where it doesn't, like, it's not really punishable. And if you can get this on a counter hit or a punish, it does give you a crushing blow that launches. But for the most part, what you're doing is you're going to change up between 2-1, standing 2, standing 2-1, and then going all in on it, right? That's the key. That's the key. That's where the stagger goes. You're going to do standing 2, 2-1, 2-1, and then eventually dial it in. And then if you're on block, you just let the string rock with the overhead, keep yourself safe. If it hits, hit confirm into something else, get a little bit more damage. But basically, this is your auto shimmy and your stagger. Real quick tip on how to do this string, because it is a dial in, right? Is like you can either do claw style, which is holding the controller like this, right? And then you would go in and then just dial it in 2-1-2-1-2, right? That's claw style. And then the other style, the way I do it, is slide style. I start at 2 with my thumb instead of my fingers. I do my thumb, and then I go 2-1-2-1-2. I just slide my thumb back and forth really, really quickly, almost like doing a special move, right? Down forward, down back, or whatever. I think of these buttons as like directions, and then I just slide it. Right? Hold on, let me not. It's like hard to do it backwards like this. Maybe this way. Like this. Look at this. Oh. Now that works. Right? That's how you do those dial and slide inputs. Next most important move is going to be forward 3. Forward 3 has a forward 3-2. You can get slide off of that. And now you're set. But forward 3 is just, again, another good all-purpose, like, all-purpose mid, right? 13 frame mid. It's -11 by itself, but if you do the whole combo, it's -3. So, like, you have, with the tick grab situation, if you have the grab quick, you can tick off of forward 3. But forward 3 is just a good advancing. It's just a good advancing mid, right? You can just stop them there and do that, and then there. And it gives you 2 hits to confirm. This is a pretty easy confirm. 4-3-2. Very, very easy confirm. And again, like I said, the whole string by itself is safe. Even if they flawless block, right, it's still only -8, so it's quasi-unsafe. Next important move we're going to have is going to be his pokes. So both of them, down 3 and down 4. These are like the cheapest moves in the game. Like, they're just awful. They have weird evasion properties. So, like, his down 3 just, like, avoids a lot of weird shit. Same thing with down 4. I'm doing them both at the same time, right? Because doing 2 at the same time is every man's dream, especially a cowboy man. But down 3 and down 4 are just, like, they're good as pokes, right? Look, 7 frame startup, +11 for the down 3, 8 frame startup, +7 for the down 4. So it's not like they're getting, like, huge advantage, but it's the evasive properties of them. They seem to just, like, down 3 and down 4 from Erron Black just stop a lot of shit. Like, they low profile mids, and if you look at down 3, you see how his leg comes up off the ground? He actually low crushes other pokes. So if I'm doing a low poke like a down 3 and my kick is, like, on the ground, Erron Black's kick is, like, a little bit off the ground, right? You see his foot is not on the ground. He actually beats your poke. If you both do down 3s because of his hitbox, his down 3 just, like, goes over yours and hits you for a lot of characters, right? So experiment with that. His down 3 and down 4 are really fucking good. And one thing about down 3, right, is it's plus 11 on hit, and his standing 2, right? His standing 2, let me get it back out. Standing 2 is 8 frames. So on a down 3, he gets this jailed easy, right? You can just do that, right? Hold on, let me not fuck it up. There we go. Down 3 into standing 2-1, and you can do the whole string if you want. His last important move is the 1-1. It's just your general jab, right? So his jab isn't really notable. It's just 8 frames, plus 3, minus 3 on hit. But the string he's got 1-1-1 and 1-1-4. 1-1-1, I believe, has a flawless block gap, right? And 1-1-4 absolutely does. So, like, the idea is you're going to be staggering them. But the 1-1-1 has a cancel on it. So you can sit there and do that, right? So this gives you a decent 8-frame punish. But most of the time you're going to be staggering 1-1 and not trying to, like, finish the string because they're generally not, like, something that you want to finish. But it's your all-purpose jab. It's an 8-frame jab. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. And 1-1 auto shimmies. So if they're trying to flawless block you on a poke, right? If they did a poke and they're looking to flawless block you, 1-1 can stop a lot of up 2s, forcing them to rely on up 3s to break your pressure, which lowers their damage output. So 1-1, very important move. Finally, to wrap it all up, the important range you want to play Erron Black is range 2, right? Just at the start, this is what makes Erron Black so beginner friendly. It's like round 1 fight, ready to go. This is where I need to be, right? I can do that. I can do that. I can be just outside of there and catch a whiff punish, right? You want to be just outside, catch them pressing a button, right? Same thing with forward 3-2. And then if I need to go in, I can go in and go for that, right? So I can do this and then go for that. And that's kind of how you play him from there. If you're ever yourself way the fuck out here, Scud shot, projectiles are no longer a problem. One thing I want you to not do is at this range, don't do this shit. And don't do this shit. Okay, let me show you. Let me show you something. Okay, I want you guys to internalize this. Okay, I want you to understand. Oh, no. Where is it? AI options. Okay, let me show you something. Before we go, let me show you something that's going to blow all your fucking minds. Okay, right? Yeah, I've been doing that, right? And then we'll block, right? You see that? You see that? You see that? Hold on, I'll go back here. Let me back up. You see it? You could just jab him out of that shit. Just jab him out of that shit. If he does that shit really close, you can see it coming, right? And you can jab him out of it. If you jab him late, you can catch him juggling, right? But if not, you can just jab him early and keep the standing hit. So don't do that dumb shit, okay? The tech is out there. People have known this for a long time. Most of you beginner Erron Blacks just do that dumb shit, and then you die, and you're like, what the fuck? I didn't know you could do that. Now you know. Okay, those of you that play Erron Black, now you know you can do that. And those of you that don't play Erron Black, why are you watching an Erron Black guide? But either way, now you know you can do that. We're at 16 minutes, so we're calling it. But that's the Erron Black guide. Thank you very much, guys. Go smoke some weed and watch professional wrestling.